the sooner we get out of this place. Bruce?
Forgive my astonishment, but I never thought I'd witness the death of that dragon.
What makes you say that?
Volumes written on Durnevere allege that he can't be slain by normal means. It appears they were mistaken. Unless...
Go on.
The soul of a dragon is as resilient as its owner's scaly hide. It's possible that your killing blow has merely displaced Durnevere's physical form while he reconstitutes himself.
How long will that take?
Minutes, hours, years. I can't even begin to guess. I suggest we don't wait around to find out. Now, let's get you the Elder Scroll and you can be on your way.
Come on. She's leading us to the scroll. Every step we take is
What did you want? Now that you've retrieved the Elder Scroll, you should be on your way.
You're staying here?
I have no choice. As I told you before, I'm a daughter of Cold Harbor. If I return to Tamriel, that increases Harkon's likelihood of bringing the tyranny of the sun to fruition.
We'll return for you when we can.
I appreciate your concern for me, but Serana is all that I care about. You must keep her safe at all costs. Remember that Harkon is not to be trusted. No matter what he promises, he'll deceive you in order to get what he wants. And promise me you'll keep my daughter safe. She's the only thing of value I have left. Did you have anything to ask before you depart?
If I leave the Soul Cairn, can I safely return?
As you've been traveling in the Soul Cairn, your body has become attuned to it. Let's just say a tiny part of you rubbed off on it, and in its place, a bit of the Soul Cairn filled the void. You should find no difficulty using the portal any longer. Farewell. Remember that Harkon's not to be trusted.
Stay your weapons. I would speak with you, Quinarin.
I thought you were dead.
Cursed, not dead. Doomed to exist in this form for eternity. Trapped between Laas and Enoch. Between life and death.
Didn't you try to kill me?
The hostility was necessary. I was bound to an oath.
Why are we speaking?
I believe in civility among seasoned warriors, and I find your ear worthy of my words. My claws have rended the flesh of innumerable foes, but I have never once been felled on the field of battle. I therefore honor name you Quinarin, or Vanquisher in your tongue.
I found you equally worthy.
Your words do me great honor. My desire to speak with you was born from the result of our battle, Quinarin. I merely wish to respectfully ask a favor of you.
What kind of a favor?
For countless years I've roamed the Soul Cairn in unintended service to the Ideal Masters. Before this, I roamed the skies above Tamriel. I desire to return there.
What's stopping you?
I fear that my time here has taken its toll upon me. I share a bond with this dreaded place. If I ventured far from the Soul Cairn, my strength would begin to wane until I was no more.
How could I help?
I will place my name with you, and grant you the right to call my name from Tamriel. Do me this simple honor, and I will fight at your side as your Graze Mazen, your ally, and teach you my Thum.
Just call your name in Tamriel, that's it?
Trivial in your mind, perhaps. For me, it would mean a great deal. I don't require an answer, Quinarin. Simply speak my name to the heavens when you feel the time is right.
How did you end up in the Soul Cairn?
There was a time when I called Tamriel my home, but those days have long since passed. The Dova roamed the skies, vying for their small slices of territory that resulted in immense and ultimately fatal battles.
I have to admit, I'm impressed, Miss Pickpocket. You're now part of a thieves' guild.
Are you mocking me?
Partly. Compare what you're seeing here to the Thieves' Guild of the Third Era. Are you alright?
Yes, it looks like I'm fine.
That was a close one. I didn't expect to be jumped on like that. And those ridiculous masks they wore. Very tacky. Good to know that cultists will always be the same, no matter what era. Could I read that note you've been reading? Thanks. I recall an old book about this cult in the castle's library. This Mirek, though. I've read some stories about him. He was supposed to be the first Dragonborn who ever lived. He was around long before even I was. This might be worth looking into. Malice. That tricky trickster. Good thing this man wasn't around my father's court. By the blood. Mercer Frey, that slippery bastard. He managed to fool all of us, for all this time. But now that we have this journal translated, we can bring him to justice. Let's follow Carlia's lead and head back to the Ragged Flagon. I need to talk with you.
What is it?
With everything that's going on, it looks to me like you're about to participate in a date. As for what will happen specifically, I'm not exactly sure. Just know that if you have to pledge allegiance to this nocturnal, know that there's always a cost. With great power comes great price.
I agree, but we do need Nocturnal's power to defeat Mercer.
If this is really that important to you, then I don't think we have much choice here. After we're done with... It might be nigh impossible, but it's worth a shot.
I'm aware of the costs, and I'm sticking with this contract.
At least you're going into it willingly. Just know what you're getting into. I think now would be a good time to talk.
We're finally back.
I wasn't sure we'd make it out of there in one piece. I know this sounds... but I felt kind of scared. For you. For both of us. They could have trapped us there for one. I wouldn't like to be a hostage for eternity. Again.
A gullible vampire believes in some unseen forces, huh?
Maybe you're a pile of talking script jelly. The ideal There are trapped... What we saw basically... The soul care. And, of course you... Ugh. Wait. You're just messing with me, aren't you?
Not at all. Look, my knees are still trembling with horror.
You... Maybe next time, I'll be the one to personally
dignity and panache,
soul trap and place you in the... Oh, aren't you a jolly pile? Seriously. I'm just glad it's all over. I know I can be moody sometimes, but honestly, I appreciate that you're keeping our spirits up. Thanks. Look, there is something I'd like to tell you, and I really feel like now's the time. Do you like me? Not just as a friend, but as something else? I think you know what I mean.
I think you know how I feel.
Then, hopefully this won't be awkward. Oh? What is it? Sounds good. Wow. It's... nice, actually. You are so nice and... Oh, I'm sorry. I just... I wanted to...
How do you feel, Serana?
I feel free. For once. I didn't mean to jump you like that. I just wanted to do it my way this time. To conquer my fear and do the very thing that still gives me nightmares on my terms. It had to be someone I trust. It had to be you. I used to see intimacy as a way to deceive, to take advantage, control. It's like, all my life I've only ever seen a facade. I just wanted to experience what it's really meant to be like for once. With you. Just you and me against the world now. Not that I'm complaining. You ever think about what's next? I've always fancied visiting the Somerset Isles.
So, what are your thoughts on what's been going on, with dragons being raised from the dead?
I don't like it. If I know my Tamrielic history right, dragons used to roam the skies. Hundreds, maybe even thousands of them. And now that we know they're coming back, I don't think this is good news for just about anyone, including the Thalmor. Right now, I think Delphine might just be our best bet at figuring out all this. The sooner we can get rid of the dragons, the better. So, where are we off to now?
What's on your mind?
I was just looking back at some childhood memories. There was an old... That's why I used peace. However, you wouldn't... On some days, this would smell. Just be glad you weren't there then. What's the plan?
I'd like to give you a gift.
Thank you. So, what do you have for me? Aw, thank you. These are beautiful. I'm glad we're together.